And thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sharon Stone. Those stories are coming right up. First, here at 6. Meteorologist Tara Lane is here with the first check of your weather on the One's forecast. I thought it was just a nice, cool fall day, Tara.
I know, we're kind of getting spoiled with Sharon.
All right, see you then. Thank you, Tara. Investigators revealed new information about the murder of a Piedmont man. The medical examiner said 75-year-old Nelson Parrish of Kernersville died from blunt force trauma. As our Elena O'Connell found, his longtime friends would rather remember his life than his death. Investigators have charged a 15-year-old with this murder. The suspect is in police custody and will stay there until his hearing. The Sheriff's Department also released new information about the discovery of 2 bodies in a Clemens backyard. The medical examiner says both Joshua Wetzler and Tommy Welch died from gunshot wounds. Investigators identified the 2 men after finding their bodies earlier this month. They have charged 3 people in connection to those discoveries. 2 of the suspects face a murder charge. Organizers rallied today to support a Rockingham County magistrate. He resigned last week in opposition to the state's reversal of the same-sex marriage ban. Our Katie Husband is live in Wentworth with more tonight. Katie.
Hi, good evening, Sharon. Well, hundreds of people came out to the
A Stokes County assistant principal will spend 21 days at home when she returns from a mission trip. She's traveling to South Africa this week. The Ebola outbreak is in West Africa, but parents voiced concerns about the virus. Meg Smith explains the school board's decision last night to keep Megan Wood out of the classroom at Chestnut Grove Middle School. The school's principal sent a letter to parents letting them know about the situation. The Nussbaum Center for Entrepreneurship continues to grow in Greensboro. Last month, the center was nearly at capacity with more than 60 clients. They have since graduated 3 businesses, opening office space for new tenants. Now the center houses 58 clients in various professions. Nussbaum Center leaders say they are happy with the way things have been going. This spike comes after the center moved from its Revolution Mill location 2 years ago and lost dozens of clients.
The side of town that we were on, some people were really concerned about it, and we're happy to be able to report that with us being here, it removes some of that stigma and association that this is a bad part of town when it's really not.
Funches says the diverse client base allows for unique networking opportunities and growth. And coming up next here at 6 o'clock.
News on ABC 45.
As Election Day nears, newspapers are starting to endorse candidates on the local and congressional level. With plenty of news sources online and elsewhere, Bob Costner asks if those endorsements really have an impact on voters. Political professor Dinan, who you just heard from, says another place where endorsements may make a difference is in primaries, where voters may have several choices in each party. Senator Kay Hagan stopped in the Port City today as part of her North Carolina First tour. About 100 supporters attended this event. Hagan focused on issues facing senior and retired citizens. Hagan vowed to fight against turning Medicare into a voucher program and the privatization of Social Security. One attendee said Hagan's positions stand in contrast to Thom Tillis.
They're going to attack seniors.
Hagan's tour stops today also included Goldsboro and Wilson. A new report shows the U.S. furniture industry is making a slow but steady recovery after the Great Recession. Orders in 2013 were up 7% over 2008. Among other things, this report illustrates the dependence of furniture on the health of the housing industry.
Told to Philip.
Tortolo believes the recovery will continue into next year. He is encouraged by the attendance at the fall furniture market underway in High Point. Sears is closing stores all over the country, including this store at East Ridge Mall in Gastonia. The company blames shifting consumer tastes and Amazon for taking business out of malls. Your sports is up next here at 6 o'clock. The Carolina Panthers make a roster move. Mike has those details. And UNC Wilmington is using a federal grant to add courses. That's in our Carolina Minute.
Through the weekend and early next week.
All right, thank you, Tara. Now, here is tonight's Carolina Minute. Nearly 5 million vehicles may have defective airbags. Federal safety regulators and major automakers asking anyone whose vehicle has been recalled for an airbag issue to get their car inspected and repaired immediately. These bags are being blamed for causing several deaths and injuries. Durham County authorities are investigating a small plane crash. They say this plane crashed in a heavily wooded area. It's owned by Carolina Barnstormers. That's a flight instruction school. UNC Wilmington will use a $300,000 federal grant to design programs aimed at preventing sexual assaults on campus. This grant is part of the White House's It's on Us campaign. UNCW is one of 17 other higher education institutions nationwide to receive funding from the campaign. The university will receive the money over a 3-year period. These stories and more are available anytime on Time Warner Cable News. Well, profits continue to jump for Apple. Let's get the latest on the economy now from our team on Wall Street. Raleigh-Durham International Airport is embracing a new rideshare app. Airport spokesperson Mindy Hamlin says that Uber drivers have met necessary requirements to be permitted to operate at RDU. Both Uber and Lyft drivers have been ticketed for misdemeanor trespassing for being on airport property without the required paperwork. It's a process they both called outdated. But Hamlin says RDU is doing their best to keep up with the times and technology.
We for them as well.
RDU also required the drivers to individually apply for hire tags from the state of North Carolina. Uber did not initiate the move. It considers its drivers independent contractors, but is in talks with RDU for future arrangements. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.